Today, we're delving into one of the most revered and awe-inspiring figures in Dungeons & Dragons, Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. From his role as the creator of the First World to his eternal rivalry with Tiamat, we'll uncover what makes this deity of justice and good one of the most legendary beings in the multiverse. With his unmatched divine power, the ability to inspire mortal and draconic followers alike, and a legacy spanning countless editions of D&D, Bahamut's story is one of resilience, wisdom, and unyielding strength. But what drives the grandfather of dragons to tirelessly champion the cause of righteousness? And how does his presence shape the destinies of those who dare to call on him or defy him? Stick around to explore the majesty, the might, and the enduring influence of Bahamut. This is one deep dive you won't want to miss. In the endless void before the dawn of time, two forces of unimaginable power emerged from the chaos, siblings born of the cosmos itself. Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, and Tiamat, the Chromatic Queen, were beings of pure might, their destinies entwined like the threads of a grand tapestry. Together, they brought order to the formless void, weaving into existence the First World, a realm of unimaginable beauty and boundless potential. But even as they shaped the world together, a rift began to form between them. Bahamut saw the First World as a sanctuary, a place where life could flourish under his watchful eye, guarded by justice and compassion. Tiamat, however, saw it as her rightful kingdom, a throne upon which she could build an empire of tyranny. Their dreams clashed like thunderclouds in a brewing storm, and soon the harmony between them shattered. The gods of the outer planes, drawn by the brilliance of the First World, descended upon it like vultures, seeking to claim it as their own. Tiamat, unwilling to relinquish her dominion, rallied her chromatic dragons, preparing to wage war against the invaders. Bahamut, heart-heavy with sorrow, could not allow her ambition to plunge the world into chaos. He stood against her, and so the siblings became bitter enemies. The war was cataclysmic, tearing the First World asunder. Though Bahamut fought valiantly, he could not prevent its destruction. Tiamat was cast into the fiery depths of the Nine Hells, but the cost of victory was immense. The shattered remnants of the First World were scattered across the multiverse, and Bahamut, burdened by grief, withdrew from the mortal planes. Yet his spirit endured, a beacon of hope for those who believed in justice. In time, Bahamut took on the guise of a god, wandering the mortal realms in various forms. As a wise sage, a humble old man, and even as Fizban the Fabulous, a quirky storyteller, he walked among mortals, guiding them and learning from them. He became a symbol of righteousness, inspiring worship from both humans and dragons. But Bahamut's light drew the attention of the gods, who saw him as a rival. One by one, they turned against him. In the land of Unther, where gods walked among mortals, Bahamut assumed the identity of Marduk, a warrior deity. He joined the Untheric pantheon and became a champion of the people, standing as a bulwark against the forces of chaos. It was there that his eternal rival, Tiamat, struck. In a battle to save the god king Gilgium, Bahamut sacrificed his divine essence, shielding the king from Tiamat's fury. Though his sacrifice saved countless lives, it left him weakened, stripped of his godhood, and cast down to the mortal realms. For centuries, Bahamut wandered the world as a celestial paragon, bereft of his divine power but still devoted to justice. He protected the weak, healed the wounded, and inspired hope wherever he went. His tales spread like wildfire, and though his body was mortal, his legend was immortal. But Bahamut's story did not end there. In the mortal realm, a group of adventurers discovered an artifact of incredible power, the Tree Gem, an ancient relic tied to Bahamut's essence. Their devotion and faith in the Platinum Dragon rekindled the flames of his divinity. As worship of his name grew once more, Bahamut began to ascend, his power returning in waves. Finally, the Platinum Dragon reclaimed his place among the gods, rising as a lesser deity once again. With his divine strength restored, Bahamut's first act was to prepare for his eternal war against Tiamat. He granted his most devoted followers the ability to transform into Dragonborn, warriors infused with his essence to stand against the corruption of his rival. The Dragonfall Wars raged anew as the followers of Bahamut and Tiamat clashed in battles that shook the very foundations of the multiverse. And so Bahamut stands as a symbol of resilience and justice. Though he was cast down, his light never faded. Though he faced defeat, his spirit remained unbroken. He is the Platinum Dragon, the grandfather of dragons, and the Justice Bringer, a force of righteousness whose tale echoes across time, inspiring mortals and dragons alike to rise against the shadows. Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, embodies justice and compassion, a deity of unwavering righteousness tempered by limitless empathy. He tolerates no evil, accepting no excuses for wrongdoing, yet he rarely destroys his foes outright. Instead, he often transforms them, granting them a chance at redemption rather than shedding blood. His compassion for the downtrodden is boundless, and his every action reflects a deep desire to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Unlike most dragons, Bahamut is neither vain nor covetous. His immense treasure hoard is a resource for aiding others, not a symbol of greed. He values wisdom, knowledge, and art over material wealth, though he fiercely punishes theft to uphold justice. To test his followers, Bahamut engages them in combat, pushing them to prove their worth while ensuring powerful healers stand ready to repair any harm caused by his zeal. In his true form, Bahamut is breathtaking, a gargantuan dragon with shimmering platinum scales and wise, piercing eyes that inspire awe and fear. His expansive wings and glowing aura radiate divine authority, offering comfort to the virtuous and terror to the wicked. When he takes on mortal guises, his wisdom and kindness remain unmistakable, even in the humblest forms. Bahamut's presence is a beacon of hope and righteousness, a reminder that justice and compassion endure even in the darkest times. His legend inspires mortals and dragons alike to rise above their flaws and fight for the greater good. Bahamut is one of the most powerful entities in the multiverse, combining the divine might of a deity with the natural abilities of an ancient dragon. His strength lies not only in his overwhelming combat abilities, but also in his wisdom, diplomacy, and unparalleled magical prowess. While he avoids conflict whenever possible, preferring to resolve matters peacefully, his sheer power makes him a terrifying adversary when forced into battle. Bahamut possesses all the standard abilities of a god of his rank, including godly senses, immortality, and immunity to most mortal threats. He is capable of perceiving invisible beings and objects, breathing underwater indefinitely, and utilizing his powers without hindrance, even in aquatic environments. His divine essence grants him an unmatched mastery of both arcane and divine spells, allowing him to wield magic on a level that surpasses even the most powerful mortal casters. He is reputed to know every spell, ensuring that his magical arsenal is both vast and versatile. Despite his peaceful nature, Bahamut is a formidable combatant. He can use his natural dragon abilities, including devastating breath weapons. His cone of cold freezes enemies with overwhelming force, while his vaporous breath can transform foes into gaseous forms, rendering them harmless. His roar, a signature attack, is so powerful that it can disintegrate creatures and objects within 100 feet, while those who survive its force may be permanently deafened. This combination of physical and magical attacks makes Bahamut a well-rounded and almost indomitable foe in battle. Bahamut's divine nature allows him to heal his allies and resurrect fallen comrades through the holy winds of Mount Celestia. His healing breath can mend wounds and restore life to those who serve his cause, making him not only a fearsome combatant but also a beacon of hope for his followers. He is capable of summoning aspects of himself, unique beings created from the sacrifice of metallic dragon worshippers. These aspects are not mere extensions of Bahamut, but independent entities bound to his will. While less powerful than his full avatars, they retain many of Bahamut's abilities and serve as his emissaries or guardians. Bahamut also possesses legendary abilities such as Platinum Brilliance, a feature that activates when he or his aspect is reduced to 0 hit points. This ability instantly restores him to 500 hit points, recharges his breath weapons, and grants him mythic actions. This second phase of combat elevates him to an even more dangerous foe, reinforcing his resilience and godlike endurance. His legendary actions allow him to strike with his claws, tail, or a furious bite, which can frighten his enemies. Additionally, his mythic actions, Celestial Shield and Celestial Lances, manifest the divine power of Mount Celestia, creating spectral golden dragons to defend him, or summoning magical lances that strike with devastating force. Bahamut's powers and abilities, whether in his full divine form or through his aspects, Cement him as a paragon of righteousness and an unparalleled force in the multiverse, embodying both the compassion of a protector and the fury of a dragon god. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Bahamut and his legendary might, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Also, a special shout out to Hailuo, the platform we use to generate the visuals for this video. They're not sponsors, but if you're curious and want to play around with their tools, check out the link in the description. Until next time, may your dice roll true and your adventures be epic.